Hey, everybody. Welcome back for another edition of Voice Matters Thursday Live. This is take two on this one. I did it once and the audio was not working, so I've tested it and here I am again. Today, I'm talking about why everyone should care about assertiveness. Let's talk for a minute about why we don't all notice or be mindful about assertiveness. There is a lot of confusion in the world about power. We as humans like to break things down into opposites or binaries. It's either this or that. The world tends to think that we're either powerful or powerless, aggressive or meek, strong or weak. And in reality, when we connect with other humans, there are three different camps that we can be in. We can be low power, weak, avoidant, withdrawn. We can be high power, aggressive, alpha, dominating. Or we can choose door number 3, which is balanced power, intimate, connected, collaborative. And it may seem like a subtle difference to some, this difference between assertiveness and aggressiveness. It may seem like a subtle difference, but it's also a profound difference. We have got to stop lumping them into the same bucket to help alleviate the confusion about power and to help all of the voices in our organizations and our communities to be heard. The people who tend to care or be mindful or be drawn to pay attention to the word assertiveness, in fact, many of the people that are actually probably taking the time to watch this video are the ones who are not getting heard, the quiet ones. And this being in the world together is like a dance. Half of the reason that the quiet among us, the sensitive, the quiet, are not being heard is because maybe we are tipping into this avoidant, withdrawn physicality and energy. And since it is a dance, the other people are also half responsible, which is why I wish everyone would care and be mindful about assertiveness. If I'm in this high power, alpha, dominating physicality, I'm taking up all the space in the room. I'm not actually letting anyone else in because my peripheral vision has shut down. And I don't notice when they take a breath and try to jump into the conversation. It's a 2-person dance, or if we're in meeting rooms with 25 people, it is a 25-person dance. If we can all do a bit of work to come into this balanced, collaborative power place, our peripheral vision will open and we will be able to hear each other. And in our organizations, we'll get to the solutions that we are hoping for much, much faster by being in this balanced power place. Many years ago, I was in a meeting room with 30 people around the room. And one of the leaders, a very strong, tall man, said, "It's not my responsibility to let others in. It's their responsibility to take the space." And in many ways, this is probably where part of this was born for me, this feeling that we're all responsible for how these conversations are going. Yes, if I'm prone to the quiet, avoid, low power end of the spectrum, it is my responsibility to work on my half of that dance. And if I'm a high power, alpha, dominating if that's my tendency, it is my responsibility to work on my half of that dance. If you're curious about this, if you're imagining yourself sitting in your organization in a meeting room, and perhaps you're at the quiet end of the spectrum, or perhaps you're someone who's in the balanced part of the spectrum and you're actually noticing some colleagues who are in the avoidant or in the high power alpha end of the spectrum, and you'd love to see what your organization might be like if everybody had some training and some mindfulness about showing up in this balanced power place. And you'd like to see what could be possible in your organization and how things could flow, reach out to me. I'd love to bring a training to your organization. And stay tuned. I'm going to be offering a training in February, Authentic Power. Be you, be heard. That's coming in February. I'll post the link to register here once we get the registration page ready to go. Thank you so much. And I invite you to try, even though you've just barely been introduced to it, try this balanced power physicality for the rest of your day today and notice how it feels different to you and what's different in terms of your impact. And let me know how it goes. See you next week.